Okay, you're lifting your seat out a little bit. There you go. Make sure the back of your knees are relaxed. Like when Katie relaxed her back of her knees, I felt like, and really put weight down in the stirrups, I felt like that softened and she was able to kind of push her pelvis a little forward with the horse. Yeah, we got to bend. We'll start with you bending to the left, bringing your right obliques across your midsection, and therefore your right shoulder will just naturally come with it. Little weight on the left and a little bend around the left. And he can go into the water. He's not going to die. Okay. It's not slippery at all. And it's not like, it's weird because when it first rains, it's, if it rains really hard, it's like the water's sitting on top and it's like, oh gosh, you think to yourself, it's just so sloppy, like too much of the sand is good. I don't know why it doesn't do that here, because I think even though it's in sand, you still have a firm surface, it's just the water sitting on top of it, but it's not sitting on top of it like it is before.
We're not gonna hydroplane.
Oh God, no. Okay, bend again. Sit up top. Use the whip. Get his butt. You're working hard. Yeah. Get his butt. Yeah, his butt. Take up both of your hands going to the left. Starting up. Starting up. Keep that walk. Keep that walk. Okay. Sit up tall. So he's gonna walk forward. You're gonna stay tall. Why don't you go to the right, because that's the way you want to bend, and let's just go that way first and let you kind of kill that way first. You're fighting yourself. Yes. And now stand in the saddle. Stand up where your heels do.
Stand all the way up.
Keep your foot level. Now flex it to the right with your right hand. Now, where's your chest? Is it between his here? Shoulders to the right. Go. Come. Sit. There. Tap them again. Move your fingers a little bit. Tap them again. So he's coming off the right. I do a very small circle. There. When your left leg goes a little bit more forward, you have a little bit more control of the shoulder. Now ask him to come. Now you're going this way, so you're both sides you're bending right. Go ahead and walk, or sit, and go ahead and halt. That's really good. So, okay. So we're still here, and you're riding like this. So that's what we want to get. feel like you're going to get dizzy, open them. I mean, do whatever you can there. But just feel. What do you feel here?
Yeah, I feel the change in my hip bones as we move.
Doing what you want. Okay. Now go ahead and take your reins and keep that heel with a long neck. Him with a long neck. And long rein and just do the same thing. So I'm going to the left, I'm going to the right. And be where you're at. Keep your seat bones nice and soft. You feel your legs stretch down when you want. That you look very tall there. And that's a nice walk too. It's a nice walk without you even having to try.
It feels like it's kind of lazy still, though. You know?
It's slow, but he's walking under your seat. He's not leaning with his shoulders. But I mean, you're doing literally nothing and he's walking like that. So, and I don't care. I don't want you to do anything. I just want you to feel. But just by you keeping him straight, it's like he's not a leaky balloon. So I don't care how much you blow up a balloon. If there's a hole in it, it's going to keep leaking. If we don't have the horse straight and we keep asking him to go forward, they're going to leak energy out of shoulder, out of hip, out of rib. All right, now to get after him. With the whip. Oh, I have that, don't I? What did I do with it? Here it is. All right. Because now I want you to keep doing what you're doing. Still don't do a whole lot with the leg. And if he needs a little tap with the whip, just do that. If you want to tap on this way, if you want to do it like this, or keep it on one side, whatever. We need to get you to get that feeling. there. How do you feel, Paul?
Yep.
Good. Now, sometimes when he goes up or he does a movement, you're trying to balance a little with your hands. Okay? And your hands like went up. So you had a nice walk and then you went to catch yourself and instead of going to the side, just something to be aware of. Yeah, that's all it is. So to counteract that, we have to not just do our offense or defense, which is your core. Defense stops you from, your defense stops the momentum of the horse, or it does not allow the momentum of the horse to change you. But we have to do offense. So you can't just do defense. You have to counter it with, okay, I'm going to stay tall here, but I'm going to move it like this. But don't let that start you doing anything more than just moving your legs. Your hips will follow them, okay? So just relax your legs now. Yeah, there you go. Super. And you keep your hands there. If he tells you you need to lift your hands, tell him he's a big fat liar. There. Now we have an active leg. Good. So you can't just ride with, oh, my upper body, I'm not going to let you move me, my upper body. You have to use your defense, your offense, which is your lower body, and go, I got to move the energy forward. I got to keep moving the energy forward. Yeah, up, stay tall. Relax your seat. You got it. Your seat bones stay plugged in. Now try a trot. Don't change anything. You don't even have to trot long. Trot. Tell him. Trot. Use your whip. Don't work hard. There. Keep it there. Back to the walk. Good. And push him through with your leg. So his hind end stays under. And close your fingers. Keep pushing him through. Good. Shorten reins only about an inch. They're pretty good.
He was feeling the drop there. He didn't want to stop.
Yeah. Relax your seat. Don't pump. Use your legs instead. There you go. And that's all you have to use your legs is that much. Really good. So after you make this turn, trot again. And then when you go to make the other turn, just put a little bit of weight in your left stirrup for an instance. And go ahead and trot. Sit up tall. Tall. That looks nice. Wiggle your ankles. Good. A little bit of weight in the left, only a little. And then readjusting. Does he feel better to you?
Yes. Yeah, he does.
And across the diagonal. Fight the temptation to curl that right shoulder forward. Put a little weight in your left leg, even though you're turning because he's falling in a little bit. And circle. Super job. How's that feel, okay?
Yeah, I feel like I'm still not bending enough.
The horse, you mean?
Yeah.
Because you're bending plenty. Right now, I'm just trying to keep your upper body. Now you're starting to drop. Go ahead and walk. So you did all of that. And I know he didn't feel ideal dressage. I know that. But we got to get your positioning.
Yes.
And as soon as if we can get you just to go around straight like that and stay nice and tall like you did, that's nice.
Everything else will come.
Yeah, because I'm afraid as soon as I have you start to bend, you try to bend with your right shoulder leaning forward, and you start to lean. You're already doing it right now. So the bend is going to come from your lower leg. You can say the whole leg, but concentrate on the lower inside leg.
And I think
But you're leaning, when you go to use that leg, you lean forward with your right shoulder. So try to push that right leg, open your knee a little bit, relax it, and just imagine a beanbag chair on the right side, and you're pushing the beans with your calf, and give them a tap behind there. Good, and you keep enough flexion in that right rein. There's your bend, right?
yes.
Yeah, and you're staying pretty good there. Pretty good there. There we go. And then your outside aids turns the horse. So I like how your elbow is down. Tap his butt underneath him. So when he starts to fuss about the connection, tap him into the connection. There you go. Exactly. Tap him into it, and then the bend again. Very good. How does it feel with your body? Does it feel like your core? And that's, again, not something I'm going to see really happening, that your weights, everything's kind of moving to the right because your core is moving it. Not because you're trying to move your hands. You're not trying to move your left shoulder, but everything should be coming to there it is. There it is. How does that feel? Okay. Now, with right rein, get after him. Smack him. So I'm going to take this connection. You're going to freaking deal with it. That's it. Good. But we have to keep that hind end under him so he'll be balanced. So it's more than you think. So as you're doing this walk, it's a lot of back. Nope. Now, when he went to trot off, because I think he did that, right?
Well, it was a combo. I was trying to get more of a walk, but I think I gave the wrong signal.
What signal did you give?
I whipped him a little too much, I think.
No, there's no such thing. You're not hitting him hard at all. You're tapping him, but you weren't answering it with your hands. Okay? So what you're doing, essentially, is we're trying to compress him a little bit.
Right.
So we're sending the hind in, and we're not pulling him back, but we're stopping him from taking his neck and pulling it and making his frame longer. So here's the thing. He can't pull you, you can't pull him. This is why I wanted to use him for chase, because everybody thinks when they go and he goes to pull that they've done something wrong. Well, they have in a way. They're not getting the hind end under. But the fact that they're keeping their hands there in one place is certainly not wrong. You're giving the horse a place to go to, but he needs a little bit more of, hey, keep your hind end active, 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 active. So we want that hind end to step quickly. Step quick, step quick, step quick, step quick, step quick. Yes. Yes, then you say with your upper arm, you go, oh, heck no, you're not pulling me. Now, you can move your fingers, too, and say, just chill out, dude, but you're coming under me. So when you go to the trot, my advice would be, to fire up your core soldiers because he's going to try to pull you forward and have enough of your leg and seat soldiers to send them into the hand. And just because you don't want to be a jerk, move your fingers a little bit as you do it. Keep his hind end under. Keep his hind end under. Keep his, and I don't care if you sit or post or a combo. Keep his hind end under. His hind end under, keep it. Keep it. It's every step. It's every step. Your outside leg is turning him and is telling him to go forward. Your inside leg is bending him and telling him to go forward. The right rein, you have to say, get. Now go back to the walk and get after him because he's already done it, hadn't he? Yep. He started to lean on you. Yep. Okay. It doesn't mean that we want to get tight with our hands. It doesn't mean we want to be tight with our fourth finger. We still want to hold his mouth like you're holding flowers. But we do want to keep that hind end coming under. Sit up tall now. Don't lean with him. It helps him bring his hind legs under. Yes. When your seat is in the saddle, he can find a place to bring his hind end under. Yeah. And we don't have to have a fast trot. We just have to have a trot where he's coming under. Good. And halt him. Say, you just want to run with your front end, and then that feels like crap. I want you to push with your hind end. I should feel my hips being thrust forward because of your hocks. There he gets a little runny because you're on the rail. And don't lose that bend feel. Keep that bend feel. Don't take your right leg off at that moment. Keep it on all the time. Right rein, flex him to the right. Right rein, flex him. When he goes on the rail a little bit, right rein now. Good. He's pulling there. I know we want to get him on the left rein, but we have to get him to soften his right jaw so he can get to the left rein. You got it. Yeah, now don't lean into it. That won't help. Good. I think this is certainly the best I have seen you two. Keep at it. If you need to take a walk, it's not admitting defeat. It's just giving yourself a timeout to adjust, to go back so that you train your body to do this correct.
And the transitions are good.
Yeah. He can have his neck for a second. I felt like you kept his hind end under him.
It felt a little better. I felt it more times than others, of course.
Right. But it's a constant every step.
So the other horse I'm riding, they have me riding him because this is what he's used to with his owner in a double bridle. I have no idea what I'm doing with that thing.
Uh-huh.
And so I wonder if I'm sending him mixed signals. I'm trying to really not do anything with it. Just keeping it in my fingers, you know?
So they're giving you a double bridle and you don't know what the two bits do?
Well, I read about it because, but I,
Is it a Pelham or a double? It has a curb and it has a snaffle?
yes,
Okay. So you know what the snaffle does.
that's what I do now.
It puts pressure on the
The tongue and the bars.
and the pull, and the curb puts pressure on the pole.
Okay, does it go on, presses it up more to the roof of the mouth a little bit or something? Or,
Well, it can, depending on the port. Shouldn't.
anyhow,
But a nice tall port will give the plenty of room for the tongue. You have to have, when you're putting two bits in the mouth, you have to make sure that the bits are appropriate for the type of mouth that horse has.
right.
If they have a low
So there's
port.
one bit in the mouth and there's part that goes down and hinges.
Yeah, that's the curb. So just ride with your fourth finger, like just ride like you have that, and then take the other one and put it between your fourth and fifth. That way you'll ride with your fourth finger like you usually, and you won't squeeze the curb. But every once in a while you can do a little bit of it to help with the pull. So here, just like there you go. Like when I was walking with you, at the beginning, he wanted to go to the right, and I was literally turning him to the left. Here he's trying to go to the right again. Make sure where your weight is. Okay, your weight, he doesn't know what you want. You've got to think about turning everything now to the left. I swear to God, I just drank a wasp. Thank God it didn't bite my tongue. I don't even know how it got in there. Well, what are you doing with your right leg besides just sticking it straight forward? Your left elbow, you're actually going like this. Got to switch you got to put everything to the left. You got to turn them with your right leg. And now you're turning them with your right rein. So just turn them with the right leg, but don't open your right rein.
I'm trying to overcompensate. I want to go straight for a minute.
Yeah, but he needs to look to the left. You need to use your legs because you're just pulling on him. So get walking. Come on. Get walking and turn him to the left. Good. Now go. Walk. Just walk straight. Go. Make him walk. There you go. Come. There. Go. Now go back. Just stay here for a minute. Go back to thinking. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just getting sweat out of my eyes.
You know not to put sunscreen on top of your eyebrows.
I don't.
You learn that lesson quickly after one time of doing that. Good. Now right leg turns them like a witch's broom. There you go. Now go straight. Now he's bent the correct way. Yeah, but now you're leaning forward instead of using your left leg. If he's falling to the left, use your left hip and push him over to the right. Find a straight way and just go straight to one of those poles. Keep your hand down. Bigger walk though. Come. Because this is a walk. The other walk was slow, but he was under. This walk isn't. His hind end is literally dragging. He's dragging his toes. Give him a smack. Now go straight to something. Put your chest and his chest on it. Just go straight to it. It's not difficult. There, tap him again. Get him up to it. There, tap him again. Get him moving. It's a lot easier to ride a bike when you're going at a certain speed than when you're going really slow. There you go. So where does he lean into?